Becoming a magician takes thousands of hours. Right, Ashley?
Oh, I'm not a magician. I'm a design specialist at the Container Store.
But you transform closets and pantries.
Well, I turn your most frustrating spaces into ones you love.
With a magic wand?
With Alpha, our customizable, adjustable, and affordable shelving and drawer system.
The amazing Ashley! Making daily frustration disappear.
Just doing my job.
Transform your space with Alpha and save 20% on purchases over $500. Get started with your free design at the Container Store today.
This is Zaniac Joe Pellerito.
And Danny Pellerito.
E-Z-S-P-E-Z-S-P. It's the Eric Zane Show Podcast. Give me an E.
E.
Give me a Z.
Z.
Give me a S.
S.
Give me a P.
P.
What's that spell?
Espa.
What's that spell?
Espa.
All right, listen. It's the Eric Zane Show Podcast show. Yeah, that's what it is. Please welcome Mr. Eric Zane.
Welcome in. Here we go. We are steamrolling into, out of this year and into the next one. And holy cow. Welcome in to the Eric Zane Show Podcast. There was a football game on last night. And, wow, you'd be, if you missed the drama of Michigan State Pittsburgh in the Peach Bowl, my God, was that a spectacular game. Oh, man. These guys slugged it out. Sparty down 21-10. All right. They rattle off 14 straight points. And they're up 24-21. Pitt's like, oh, man, we got plenty of bullets in the gun here. And they're marching down the field. There's like a minute to go, less than a minute to go. I think there's like 40 seconds left. And then they're like, okay, we gotta get in field goal range. All they got to do to tie the game, force overtime. They're already kind of in field goal range. And then, kind of, you know how it is. They need a few more yards. Not much, though. And dude throws a pass for Pittsburgh, and some white guy linebacker out of nowhere, he just snags that fucker and runs it in. Pick six. Fuck you. Oh my God. The game over. Spartans kick it off. Somehow Pittsburgh even gave up on that play because then the Spartans got to kick it off, And Pittsburgh doesn't even try to catch it. It just bounces. Spartans recover. Even more. Complete meltdown by Pittsburgh. Oh, my God. So happy for you, Sparty fans. You win 11 games after, you went into the Peach Bowl ranked 10th. You should have been in the college football playoff, but you fucked everything up. What with after that unbelievable game against Michigan, rubbing their face in shit again. And then you fuck it up against Purdue, jail sexed by Ohio State. You wind up in the asshole bowl. And then lo and behold, Michigan plays in the playoffs. Their playoff game is tonight against, who are they playing? I don't even know. Georgia? Yeah. I cannot watch any of that. I'll be doing hockey, which somebody tried getting me fired yesterday. And we've talked about this, that this is going to happen. The right set of eyes is going to be influenced by the mob. The free beer and hot wings mob is actively trying to get me fired. This is true. The way this unfolded yesterday was a sweet Twitter fight with some pig in Pennsylvania. And this all stems from the text message that I got from Diana days ago when she sent me, she was in line behind that ugly motherfucker, Steve. And she writes, fuckhead Steve is in line in front of me at Walgreens. And I wrote, ha, ha, ha. And I screenshot and posted it. Now, anybody that ever responds, of the 16,000 people that follow me on Twitter, if I'm ever going to get anybody to respond, for some reason, it's only people that hate me. I get no engagement whatsoever. Everybody's like, whatever. I'm not even going to fucking deal with you. Nobody gives a shit on Twitter. So, but I don't care. I still post it. Stand by. So typically, if I post anything, I mean, even the Zaniacs don't even give a shit. They're like, yeah, whatever. He's picking a fight with somebody. What else is new? So, you know, whenever I post something that's intended to be, what that was, a troll, the only people that respond are fans of that fucking show. This person wrote, sad, bitter people, referring to Diana and I. The next person that comments is an idiot who thinks that the person who wrote sad, bitter people is referring not to Diana and I in his comment, but to them. So this idiot, also an acolyte of Free Beer and Hot Wings, writes, yeah, the bitter person is the one trying to stay relevant by talking shit on Twitter. So idiot number 2 doesn't know that idiot number 1 is attacking me. Idiot number 2 thinks that idiot number 1 is on my side. So I wrote, no, ding dong. He was saying I'm bitter. You corrected him, but he agrees with you. Nice job. P.S. This is why you are poor. Doug wrote, this is the direction they go. They try to find some way to piss me off, just like I do them. So whatever, it's all fine. Hey, I heard they might have Ernie on their show next week. Now that is in response to when I had Ashley on the show. So that's, which actually that's pretty funny. That's actually a pretty funny thing to say. And I wrote, well, that would be the most interesting thing they've done in years. And then I wrote, another disciple of St. Gassman I see. Whatever. Okay. Special K wrote, sad, at Eric Zane Show. Another person was just like, oh, so disgusted with me. Kim wrote, lame. And then, like, okay, I'll acknowledge that. I wrote, yeah, like your legs from hauling around all that blubber. Kim writes, I'm 39 and 135 pounds. No blubber here, you silver taint. Okay. And I said, if you play your cards right, Kim, after Greg's second divorce, you can take him home when he visits Pennsylvania. She says, you can't even keep a sports radio show. Have a podcast to down your ex-coworkers. I'd feel special if I were you. In response to what I said about taking Greg home, that's quite the insult, LOL. You're not syndicated, YOUR. You a has-been. I wrote, that's okay. Still married. She writes, for now. I wrote, right. You never know when I might fire myself, too. Thanks for the resume, by the way. P.S. You're still fat. She wrote, I'm size 4. You must be looking at your what? This I actually read this one. Oh fuck, man! This woman kicks ass. These are some pretty good insults. She writes, "You must be looking at your wife. She's probably so old." I did not read this to Diana. She's probably so old and antiqued. She doesn't know how to leave your gray ass. I wrote, Yeah, one day you'll leave your man. Oh, wait, never mind. She says, I'm not going to leave my boyfriend. He's not an abusive dick like you. I said, your boyfriend is a vibrator. She says, better than Rosie Palmer. Furthermore, soak up your tears and realize you're fired. You are. Keep on plugging your podcast. It's not going to last. You thrive on bringing down ex-coworkers. Teabag that crusty wife. I got to tell Diana that this lady referred to her as crusty. I wrote, I must be doing something right. I'm married and I'm successful. No problems here. She wrote, your idea of succession is a hoot. Hashtag dumb fuck. I wrote succession. You're dumb AF. You're old as fuck and fired. Bye, ghostly sack. I wrote, see ya. Thanks for playing. And by the way, it's YOU_RE. She writes, I make more money than you ever will, but keep doing your podcast, LOL. I wrote, you do? How much? How much money do you make? So this goes back and forth. And then I wake up today, and someone has seen this, or it's her. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Has made a sock account. You know, they've went out and made a what do you call it? Fake Twitter. And then tweeted at Grand Rapids Griffins. What did they write again? Oh, damn it. I'm scrolling. Shit, I hate when I do that. You still employing this idiot or something like that? There it is. At Griff Dan 3750987. At Griffin's Hockey, you still employing this guy? I responded to it, so the Griffins see it. I wrote, there it is. Cancel culture attempt. You're going to have to do better than that. God, I hope they're going to have to do better than that. Can you imagine if I get done with this podcast? Hey, Eric, Tim Gortzma, Griffin's president. How are you? Timmy, what's going on? Hey, got to talk to you about this lady, Kim, that you said was a lard ass, whose legs are lame from hauling around all that blubber. We're going to need to call it a career for you. Can you imagine if that's all it would take? So I'm just getting out in front of that now. Unbelievable. Excuse me. So I was actually sitting there engaging in this slob, this conversation with a slob, looking at Diana.
Hello.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Hang on a second. I got to switch microphones. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I was in a Twitter war with someone yesterday.
Yeah.
And let's see.
Who started it?
Who started it? Well, this stemmed from when you texted me. Who started it? You know I always start it. When you texted me, fuckhead Steve is in line in front of me at Walgreens, which I don't think I've spoken with you about that on this show.
Mm-hmm.
Did you describe it as you were walking through the aisle and you passed him?
Yeah.
Like you were going in opposite directions?
No, so he was already in line, and it was a really long line, and I didn't know that, so I was coming down an opposite aisle, and then I think he was right there, but I didn't recognize him at first, like I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
And then, like, oh, this line isn't ending, so I looked down the aisle where the line was still going, and I'm like, oh boy, there's a long line. So
Okay.
I just got in line, and then yeah.
Now, when you were noticing the line, was he facing you at one point?
Mm-hmm.
So he saw your beautiful red hair.
Oh yeah, he saw me. I mean, I had a mask on, but there's no way he would not
Jesus.
recognize me.
Yeah, it's everybody. He would absolutely recognize you. So then,
Yeah.
but you didn't recognize him when he was facing you.
At first, yeah, but I didn't like look at him long.
No.
I just glanced, yeah.
And then when you got behind him, did you notice it was him?
Well, yeah, and then he like turned his head, like so. He's like it was like his profile. I'm like, wait.
You saw those dopey, sad eyes and said, "That's Steve."
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you texted me, "Fuckhead Steve is in line in front of me at Walgreens."
Yeah.
And I typed, "haha." And then I don't even know if you know this, but I screenshot that and tweeted it out.
No, I didn't notice that. I don't have Twitter.
No, which is hilarious. And you don't care. Nor do I. So some lady in Pennsylvania noticed that yesterday. And she said that was lame. And then I picked a fight with her. And we went back and forth for about 2 hours. Okay. And so in addition to me bragging because I'm still married and suggesting that she would try to take free beer home after his second divorce when he visits Pennsylvania, and making fun of her, she started to attack you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I said, "Hey, yeah, by the way, you're still fat." And she says, "You must be looking at your wife." And then she said she's probably so old and antiqued, she doesn't know how to leave your gray ass.
Wow.
Okay. She also suggests that I'm an abusive dick. Can you, and that's what I want to talk to you about. And you're 30, how many years has it been? 89? Well, it was, well, hell.
We've been married almost 30. We've been together 33.
Okay. Would you describe me as abusive?
Negative, because I wouldn't have stuck around. I mean,
No.
I'm not like a little,
Yeah, you're not going to sit there and be a wimp about it and enable me, so that I can butter you up and then do it again.
All right.
What would you say is the biggest flaw of your husband? Is it trolling you, trying to piss you off?
No. No.
Is it my elaborate sex moves are just too intense?
No.
Okay. Anyway,
Negative.
this lady says keep on plugging your okay, she writes, "Furthermore, soak up your tears and realize that you're fired. Keep on plugging your podcast. It's not going to last. You thrive on bringing down your ex-coworkers." And then she says, "Teabag that crusty wife of yours." She referred to you as crusty.
Well, she's obviously got some issues.
Yeah. Do you know what teabagging is? Do you know what that is? If I
Yes, I know what that is. I'm 55 years old. I'm not dumb.
All right. Let's see.
Yes, but the thing is that I'm a little bit better than her because I don't I'm not going to let that bother me, and I would not go out of my way to pick a fight with her because she said that about me.
Right.
I'd be like,
right.
Screw you.
Now, last weekend, you had to talk me out of picking a fight with someone, and you probably hate that I was fighting with this woman for 2 hours last night. Correct?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I think that was ridiculous. I don't think you even should have gone there.
You don't think I should have picked a fight with this crazy bitch?
No.
Why not? I mean, what is?
Because again, she was just trolling you. She wanted you to react, and she got what she wanted.
Well, I got what I wanted too. I love calling her fat, ugly, telling her she's never going to get married.
Okay, well, that's rude. That's not. I mean, that is not.
Well, who cares if it's rude? This is all Free Beer and Hot Wings show people. Who gives a fuck about those guys?
Okay, exactly. But why do you have to stoop down to their level? That doesn't make you any better than to stoop down to their level.
Because
No,
I
it's
love
not.
it. Well, it's
Because
not.
it makes you look like an asshole.
No, it doesn't make me look like an asshole.
Yes, it does.
It makes
Yes,
me.
it does.
I don't want to fight. I love fighting with them. You think that makes someone look like an asshole?
Yes, when you go out of your way to pick a fight, that makes you look like an asshole, no
I don't
matter
know
if you
about
like them or
that.
not.
I don't know. I mean, listen. I posted the text from you, which dozens.
That bothers me too, because I didn't want that on freaking social media, but I called him that.
Who gives a shit? It's Steve. He's a fucking asshole.
Okay. Anyway.
But how about this? So somebody tried to cancel me on the Griffins. They took all this conversation and texted or tweet. They made a fake Twitter account. It's probably this fat bitch, and tweeted at Grand Rapids Griffins. You still employing this guy? Like they're gonna fire me over this.
Oh, jeez.
No, I wouldn't worry about this at all. Come on.
No, I wouldn't worry about it either, but there comes a time when you just need to keep your mouth shut and not let them get to you, because that's what they want.
I'll have to put
and
it.
then they can say, "Hey, see, I told you he's got a temper. I told you he's an asshole. I told
everybody
you
knows
he can't
that.
handle things."
Everybody knows that. That's nothing new. I mean, that's.
I know, but I'm just saying it does not make anything better or worse when you do that. Well, I mean, it can make it worse. I mean, it can only make it worse.
It can make it worse, but I really feel good when people come at me to respond to them. I am not the type to. I am not a turn the other cheeker.
Well, that's.
And I think that's a quality.
Maybe you should listen to Kenny Rogers more and turn your other cheek.
Yeah, but that song's called "Coward of the County," and at the end of it, he closes the door and beats the shit out of the Gatlin brothers.
Yeah, because the Gatlin brothers were
they
mean people.
They raped the girl. I mean, so I think that's a horrible example to bring forth in this conversation.
Okay, well,
because he didn't turn the other cheek. That woman tried to rape me. She was the Gatlin brothers trying to rape me, and
that's not true. But whatever. She called you lame. Whoop-de-doo. We're not 12 years old that we get offended. You should get that offended by that and pick a 2-hour fight.
Okay. I'm 51 years old, and I've been doing this, picking fights like this forever, and I'm happy.
Okay, whatever.
You're thinking I should stop attacking people?
Yes.
Well, she attacked me first.
Because it stresses me out. And if you want to have a stressed out wife all the time, then keep it up.
All right. So, you ready to ring in the new year?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, I am.
What are you're gonna take care of the puppy dog, Jackie's puppy dog, and
Gonna go to the Griffins game.
all right. Yes, I probably won't be working it. They're probably gonna fire me in minutes.
Okay.
All right. I love you.
All right.
Okay.
I love you too.
Okay.
All
See
right.
ya.
See ya. Yep. Bye.
Yep. No, fuck that bitch. Not my wife. I wouldn't say that about my wife. Everyone referred to him as the coward of the county. There you go. The show is available on Twitch right every day live. When you do the Twitch thing, you can watch it and listen to it. Twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Even if you're not going to use it, please go there and follow the page. If you want to subscribe to it, there's a bunch of other benefits to that. You can use your Amazon Prime account. You get one free one a month. Sign up with your Amazon Prime account, and that will be your subscription to the Twitch channel. Otherwise, if you're not subscribed and you're just watching it, following it, it's free, but you'll see an ad pop up in the middle of it. And I think there's a couple other perks. You get to use the, what do you call it? The emojis or whatever they are with the dogs. and engage in the chat. I think you can engage in the chat anyway. I don't have many restrictions. It's just a fun way to participate and support the show. All right. In fact, where the hell am I on this thing? Thank you, Eram. The Queen of the Forest. Brought to you by Baldwin Ace Hardware. Megan says, tell Team Diana on this one. Hold up. You have got to be kidding me. That is complete bullshit, Megan, and you know it because you are the queen of saying one thing like that and then doing the opposite. You know full well you've got a dastardly ghetto side to you. And you would stomp on her throat in a second. So don't even act like you might say Team Diana, okay? But there is no way in hell you would follow through on that. Your ghetto side would kick so much ass. Oh, my God. Amanda says, to be honest, all that chick did was make it easier for Zane to have content today. Well, I never really have a problem with that, but you're right. And then Andrea says, Team Diana here, too. There's another liar. Oh, my God. You don't even try to hide your ghetto side. You actually walk around acting ghetto every second of the day. You're insane. What is wrong with the women on this show today? They are also full. You're a bunch of liars. Horrible, horrible liars. My God. Kate says, Team Eric. That's the jersey coming out in her. Kyle says, how about Zane stops, but we'll be your minions to pick fights for you. You guys are the worst when it comes to Twitter. You don't, if I'm in a fight, nobody ever runs to my side, ever, on Twitter. It's an absolute wasteland. Oh, my God. You guys always let me fight my own battles on this one. Holy shit. Amanda says, Zane, stop. I'm not sure what she's referring to, but it doesn't matter. I think someone needs confession. You guys are a bunch of wimps. Kate says, did you ask her if you could post that? No, hell no. No. Kyle says, geez, listen to Diana being all sensible and adult here. We need to listen to her and be better. No, you don't. No, you don't. Thank you, Kyle. They go low. We go lower. Absolutely. They go low. We go lower. Every single time. The show is also, by the way, Twitch is brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV right there. Brand new logo for our friends at Irvine's. They also bring you the Facebook page, facebook.com/Eric Zane fan page. 2 days away from the latest Facebook ban being lifted. 2 days away from that. Follow me on Facebook. On Twitter, where you guys sit there and let me fight all my battles and don't lift a finger to help out, at Eric Zane Show on Twitter, brought to you by Blue Frost IT. Follow the show on Twitter to take advantage of participating in all of the stupid Twitter wars with these Free Beer and Hot Wings show morons. Amanda says, who fucking uses Twitter anymore? Shut up, Amanda. For the rest of this show, be quiet. My God. Kyle says lifted for probably 3 hours, then another 30-day will be coming. Shut up, Kyle. Happy New Year. YouTube, if you want to follow the show on YouTube, follow the channel, Eric Zane Show. Hit the bell notification. And there you go. That is brought to you by Frank Fuss. My Policy Shop Insurance. Okay. Patreon a little later on today, last one of the year. I apologize for no Ben and Eric this week. Ben's work schedule, I know this is the second week in a row for that, but Ben's work schedule has kind of started to take, we're going to have to get creative about doing the show with Ben. We have a little bit of a weird scenario because I've got the hockey game tonight. It's a 6 p.m. start, unless I get fired. And then Ben's got something going on tomorrow. So, and we would have done it yesterday, but he worked late, and he was supposed to do the podcast with Lurch, and that did not work out. So, because he was working late, it's just a shit show. So we're going to have to get creative with that. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. Sarah Rook Rouge just found out that it's so much more than just a Zoom. It's not even anything like a Zoom. I still don't know how she figured that out. It's been 3 years we've been doing Patreon, and she had no idea what goes on there. It's an extra podcast behind a paywall. No sponsors, and it is driven by the power of you, the audience. Thank you so much for being there on Patreon. 15 plus hours of content a week there. I just posted a brand new edition of the Insane Asylum, my 2-hour music-driven radio show. You get it before it even airs, and no commercials. And then when I get done with this, I'm going to post the Lost Zane recording. Stand by, I need a drink. Okay. There was one member of the audience who was all about that truck driver getting 110 years behind bars. That would be Patriot Nick, who said the dude, oh, my God. He was like, Nick was the only one dying on that hill. The dude was driving the truck. The brakes went out. And then he smashed into a bunch. It was like stop traffic for some reason on the interstate in Colorado. He was up to 85 miles an hour. I was like, oh, my God. Smashed it, burst into flames. He lived. He was fine. Killed a bunch of people. Hurt a bunch of people. And, faced it was back in 2019, 4 people died. And so then he, pled, this trial, pled guilty. He says, I didn't mean this. And there was no drugs in his system. It was just a circumstance where the brakes went out. About the only thing that they said he should have been on the hook for was in that stretch of road, there's those turnoffs where the trucks can just yank the wheel and then the truck stops because it goes through sand and it's going uphill. And if you have no brakes, that is a safety feature. He missed those turnoffs, and oh boy, Rahel Aguilera Madernos killed those people. And then we talked about how, because of some weirdo sentencing guidelines, 110 years for the manslaughter charges because they all they went like concurrently, or not concurrently in order. One would end and another one would start. One would end and another one started, something like that. And all the other charges. So he wasn't trying to get out of it. He was admitting his guilt. And, my God, a 110-year sentence for an accident. You add into the mix the DA who prosecuted. She was actually the assistant DA. She posted to social media. One of her counterparts in the legal world gave her a trophy of a brake pad of a truck and said, great job, or something like that. And it was a terrible, terrible look. Talked about that. Millions of people signed a petition. This is the only time this has ever worked. Millions of people signed a petition saying, my God, governor, intervene. The governor of Colorado is Jared Polis. On Thursday, he reduced the sentence from 110 years to 10 years for this guy. The governor said the sentence imposed was highly atypical and unjust in his Thursday letter announcing the commutation. He'll be eligible for parole December 30th, 2026. So that would mean he could only serve 5 years. This has been so fucked up that I kind of wish he would say no jail time and give this guy his job back because of all of this nightmare scenario. You know, knowing his luck, though, I was talking about this with Kenny yesterday. They're going to like re-examine the guy's truck and there's going to be a bumper sticker that says, I'm feeling like killing somebody today with my truck or some stupid thing like that. And like, oh, everything's back on 110 years. The governor wrote, while you are not blameless, your sentence is disproportionate compared with many other inmates in our criminal justice system who committed intentional, premeditated, or violent crimes. The decision comes after the 110-year sentence was imposed 2 weeks ago. Drew nationwide outrage, except for Patriot Nick. And more than 5. Nick, are you the type of ding-dong who is so stubborn you're like still digging your heels in now? I'm curious about that. The outcry prompted First Judicial District Attorney Alexis King, whose office prosecuted the case, requests that the judge reconsider the sentence. So the DA, the boss of the lady who got the stupid trophy and posted it to social media, she said, yeah, I think you should reconsider the sentence. They were going to have a hearing for that January 13th, but now that is a moot point. A representative from the governor's office called Aguilera Medeiros and one of his attorneys Thursday afternoon. The governor never would have intervened had millions of people not voiced their outrage at the sentence. Can you imagine if they said 5 million people supported a reduced sentence except for one asshole in Maine? Now, remember I told you that the DA requested resentencing. That was Alexis King. King, though, is now saying that the decision by the governor is disappointing and premature. What? How could you possibly say that? She says, I joined the surviving victims and families of those who lost their loved ones. And I'm going to tell you right now. I mean, maybe my mind would change if I was grieving or something like that. But if my wife was killed or one of my family members was killed in this type of accident, I wouldn't want the person who did that to serve any jail time whatsoever. That's what accidents are. You sue the fuck out of them, all right, but I wouldn't want them to. I wouldn't want their life to be ruined because of an accident, because of something that happened that was beyond their control. I mean, my God. Yeah, I wouldn't want that at all. I would feel terrible about that. So she says, I joined the surviving victims and families of those who lost their loved ones in their wish to have the trial judge determine an appropriate sentence in this case, as he heard the facts and evidence of the defendant's destructive conduct that led to death, injury, and devastating destruction. King said, we are meeting with the victims and their loved ones this evening to support them in navigating this unprecedented action and to ensure that they are treated with fairness, dignity, and respect during this difficult time. Well, the guy's going to prison, for fuck's sake. What do you want? Prosecutors argued that Aguilera Medeiros had several chances to prevent the crash. Aguilera Medeiros knew there was something wrong with his brakes dozens of miles earlier, the prosecutor said. He also drove recklessly hours before the crash. Now, who doesn't? The jury convicted him of 16 first-degree assault and attempted first-degree assault charges. Okay, so that's different because I said he pled guilty. I don't think he did. You all right over there, buddy? Under Colorado's mandatory minimum sentencing laws, those crimes of violence must be sentenced consecutively. We talked about that. The sentence prompted calls for rewriting of Colorado's sentencing laws. Yes. Polis, the governor, acknowledged the loss of those killed and the pain suffered by those injured and who lost loved ones, and said Aguilera Madero's made bad decisions. He urged Aguilera Madero's to seek restorative justice with the victims and their families. You have wondered why your life was spared when other lives were taken, Polis wrote in his letter. You will struggle with this burden of this event for the rest of your life, but never forget that because of this event, countless others will struggle with the loss of their loved ones or injuries as well, and you will serve your just sentence. That's it. Okay. What do you think? Patriot Nick just getting in here. Why are you so late? What is going on? We just talked about you. We just talked extensively about how you were the only American saying that this truck driver got everything that he deserved. My God. Nick also gave a nice Tier 1 subscription to the X Molnar. Welcome to you. That is a very kind thing. All right. By the way, we were talking to start the show about me getting in fights with people on social media. Earlier in the week, I was talking with you about, and you all piled on when I posted the, hey, it was so much fun at Irvine's doing the great food giveaway. And then that know-it-all wrote, this is fine, but next time consider that people who need these meals don't have vehicles. And like expected us to walk them over to their house or something like that. Now, I mean, I saw that and I was like, well, why don't you shut the fuck up? I mean, that was my response. And when I told you ding-dongs who are judging me for getting in a fight on Twitter about that, you all were jumping all over that guy. Not a one of you was ready to take that lightly. You wanted to tell him to go pound sand. Okay? So all of you, wait a minute. Sexy voice Andrea says that's different. How's it different? The point of it is I wanted to strangle him. That's the point. And so I said to Diana, I want to strangle this guy. She goes, no, don't. Why? Because it's fighting and you can't fight online. I go, the fuck, I can't fight online. That's absolutely the same. The point of it all, Andrea, you dumbass, is that when people come at me, you wanted to fight just as badly as I wanted to fight. And now this lady is even more aggressive, okay? And you're sitting there saying, oh, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Megan is like, my only issue with the Twitter fight is that you threw Diana under the bus. That's not throwing under the bus. That's like glorifying her awesomeness. You call it throwing under the bus. She does not give a shit. Trust me. If people know that people know that she thinks Steve's an asshole, fuck him. You started the one on Twitter. You shouldn't have posted the screenshot of your wife's text without permission. Oh, my God. You could get her fired. You're so full of shit. Oh, my God. Come on. What is wrong with you today? Okay. I'm about to ban every one of you. Every one of you. Let's end the year, and I'm going to fight with you now. Oh, my God. The worst. Sexy voice Andrea says, I'd beat Jason's ass for that. You can't beat anybody's ass. Shut up. All right. I cannot wait. Oh, shit. I was going to talk about this. Bosco's Pub. Next time we meet, you can rub my face in a burger at Bosco's Pub. How's that sound? In beautiful Hudsonville, Michigan. Wednesday to Saturday, they open up at 11:30. If you need a job, you want to work, you can work at Bosco's Pub. I love these guys so much, and that's where we hang out. Bosco's Pub, where the drinks are stiff and the burgers are amazing. You will love the food and the drink at Bosco's Pub in Hudsonville, Michigan. If you go there, please mention the Eric Zane Show podcast. I heard about you on the show. That's what you tell them. Thank you so much, Bosco's Pub, for being part of the Eric Zane Show podcast. Same thing for my friends at Blue Frost IT. Online at bluefrostit.com, the managed IT service provider for the Eric Zane Show podcast. If you have a small or a medium-sized business, that's what you do. You call upon them because you don't have money to basically have an employed IT department. But you do have Blue Frost IT because if something goes wrong with your tech, let's say, for example, your Bosco's Pub, and you're like, oh, my God, the network just went down. What do we do? I don't know. Unplug it. Go to a place that fixes these things. I have no idea. Well, time is money. Okay, all of a sudden, you can't even take orders because your network's down. If you have Blue Frost IT ready to go, as your managed IT service provider, you have no problems. They're on it as fast as it takes for the problem to occur. They can help you out. If you need more information on their services, 616-200-8550 for Blue Frost IT. All right. Hopefully you saw this video, and I'm going to share it with you right now. Hold on a second. This person, I don't know who Ken F92, is that Furtaw? The problem isn't what the person said, it's phrasing. They should have said it like this. Hey, what you're doing is amazing. Have you ever thought of expanding this further to help those who may not have vehicles? Phrasing will help so much. So many people don't understand phrasing matters. Yes, but also the assumption that no one's thought of that. Of course we've thought of that. That's an easy one. Jesus. Patriot Nick says Zaniac's got such a poor public image at Bosco's from Megaphone Sarah and PA System Amanda. Maybe don't mention you're from the show. Yeah, we got to talk about that. The next event. And here's the thing. I really tried before that first event. Because I knew in such a small setting that your loud voices would carry in that little room. I knew it. So when you're announcing that you got a BJ, and when you're announcing you have hooker boots, and Amanda's talking so loud that various Hudsonville old folks, their eardrums were rupturing. My God. You know, what do I need to do to get you to just adapt an inside voice? I really don't think that it has to be insulting for me to tell you that you need an inside voice. Why? What's so wrong with that? When we're outside, like in the backyard, or maybe even outside at Bosco's, it's okay to have an outside voice. But again, when you're outside and there's people you don't know around you, you might want to just, can't you dial that in, rein that in a little bit? How? How is it impossible? Yeah, that would be, I think going forward at Bosco's, I'm going to have to give you an actual at-the-door pep talk. Someone's suggesting a shock collar. Now, that would be awesome. a shock collar on you. When you're too loud, just hit the button. Both of you. 2 separate shock collars. I'll tell you what. I'll pay for your food and drinks if you let me put a shock collar on you 2 large-mouthed women. Okay? And I didn't mean that like large, mouthed women. I meant large-mouthed women. Okay? Amanda says, Jesus, it's like you're my mother. No, look, I'm just looking out for the other patrons of the restaurant. That's it. You know? It's not anybody's fault but your own that you're so loud that you actually cause deafness in some of the patrons of the restaurant. My God. All right, you're going to love this. In England, outside of I think it's the Tower of London. You know those guys, the Queen's Guard in the red coats with the giant bearskin hats? They're actually, they got the guns. It's all ceremonial. It's just for the tourists to see. But they actually have a role. And they've got to stay. First of all, they can't smile. If they smile, they get fired. And not only that, they have, they're like marching. And you're not allowed to get in their way. And if you get in their way, they can yell commands to get out of the way. And then that's it. You don't get out of the way, they're going to run over you. This is in Under the Wire on New Year's Eve, my favorite clip of the year. Okay, I got to make sure I have the sound ready on this. Here it is. Queen's Guard walking. Child gets in the way. Oh, shit. I fucked it up. Watch it again. Okay. This kid's like, what the fuck just happened? These two are like, oh, man. This is going to be awesome. This is going to be awesome. And then it happens. I love that you can hear the impact. And then they're like, what the fuck? Oh, my God. And that's the guy yelling. Get out. I don't know what the fuck he said. Get out of the way or who knows. But this kid's like, boy. And there's the mom. She's like, she had no control of her kid. And the right thing happened here. This is so excellent. They just keep going. Look at. Oh. The guy that Jake Paul knocked out is like, man, that kid got fucked up. Okay, one more time, I swear. One more time. 2 more times. That kid went flying. It's got it. And then I think he kind of walked on the kid. You know? Holy shit, is that awesome? Oh shit. I'm fucking things up again. Now I figure out the full screen. Ooh. Wow. Spectacular. Kate says, absolutely deserved it. More kids need guards like this in their lives. Sexy voice Andrea. First of all, Kate says absolutely deserved it. Sexy voice Andrea says to Kate, you're saying that kid deserved to be kicked. Uh-oh, we got a cat fight going on now. Kate says the kid should not have been in the way. This happens all the time there. I'm saying that I'm extremely happy that it happened, and I'm extremely happy that someone shot video of it. Let me just say this. It's the kid's fault. It's more the parents' fault for not getting the kid out of the way. I love that it happened. Andrea, if you go to England and Lydia is there and you're sitting there, flirting with other Britons and whatever it is you do in your free time, and Lydia gets smashed into by one of the Queen's guards, I am going to fist pump. And it's all your fault. So this is what I want you to do. And she'll be fine. I mean, that was no big deal. The kid didn't get hurt, and we have great video of it. I want you to go to England and then not be paying attention like you probably do, and have Lydia get marched on. And then have somebody shoot video, have Jason shoot the video, or Nick shoot the video. And then we can all enjoy that. Is that okay? Can we do that? And then you can sit there and squawk. And then you can get in front of the guy and try to pick a fight with him. Arc Flash says, I went down a YouTube rabbit hole of these guards last night. Every tourist is an asshole and deserves to be kicked out of the way. There's suggestions that the guard should get 110 or 112 years sentence for this. Little more on this. In a statement obtained by Insider, a Ministry of Defense spokesperson said they were aware of an incident at the Tower of London during a routine patrol. The guardsman on duty warned members of the public that a patrol was approaching. It says, but the child, unfortunately, it should say fortunately. I fixed it for him. It says, unfortunately, ran out in front of the soldier unexpectedly. You see, that's what kids do. And you really can't blame the kids. All kids are R words, rhymes with Memards. So, anybody who's ever been there knows that this is what the Queen's Guard do. And they actually used to go around people, but people used to constantly get in their way. So then the Queen said, all right, I want you all to establish a new protocol. I want you to seek out children and strike them. And I want you to walk on them. Make sure you knock them down, knee them in the face, and then step on their face when you walk over them. If they continue to do that, bring the weapon down and use the bayonet to pierce their face. Okay? You pierce the children this is from the Queen. I'm actually reading a statement. Heretofore, all children will be walked on, kneed, and speared with the bayonet if they get in front of the Queen's Guard. The statement continues. The soldier tried to step over the child and continued on his duty. You see, Buckingham Palace shouldn't be saying anything about this. They should be announcing, this is what you get. And let it be known that next time she or he won't be so lucky. It's our goal every day to pay bonuses to the Queen's Guard to hurt kids. And I support that. The statement added, following the incident, the soldier checked on the child and was reassured that all was well. Now, you need to also know that that's a lie. They just did that to save face. In fact, there's audio that's going around that I can't play it because I'll get sued. Of the guard walked back to the child and called the child a horrible racial slur and said, I hope you like that. I wish I was doing it to your mom and I'm probably going to have sex with your family later, and you deserve everything that you got. Stay out of the way, you little shit. That's what he said. And so that is just horrible. But too bad we don't have that audio that actually happened from the Queen's Guard to that kid. Kent is suggesting line the wall with their heads, like Game of Thrones, put them on a pike. Heretofore, so you know it is a royal statement. Absolutely. Sensitive, dumb AF Andrea is what she's known as today, is writing, they are backpedaling to save their asses because they know they're wrong. Who are you, and why are you on Andrea's account? What is wrong with you? Are you crazy? I want this to happen every day of the week. In fact, I'm going to go today and go down a YouTube wormhole of Queen's Guard hurting children, and I hope there's plenty more of that. Andrea, I'll tell you what. If I pay for a trip to England, will you intentionally put your child in the way of the Queen's Guard so that there can be injury? Well, not injury, just to get stomped by the Queen's Guard. Okay, can we work that out and then see you lose your mind and see them beat you into a pulp in the street? Ken said, you're right, Andrea. It is wrong. He should have kicked her. Absolutely. And he should have kicked his mom, or the kid's mom, too. Okay. Let's see. Is there anything else to this? The video has over 3.8 million views. It was posted anonymously. They haven't been able to reach the user, the person who posted the video. Well, it's because of this that the Tower of London is safe. You know, and all those idiot tourists screwing with them. This is a great, and now that this has gone viral, you know, all these guys want to do is protect the Queen. Okay? And now that this video's gone viral, more people know that the Queen's Guard won't stop for anybody. You need to take some guy and wheel him out there who is, you know, has Lou Gehrig's disease and can't move a muscle, and put him in front of that guy and flip that chair right over. You know, nobody is going to get in the way of the Queen's Guard. They've been doing their sovereign duty of the royal palaces since 1960. They have different gear that they wear. There's 5 regiments. Okay. You have the Grenadier Guards, the Coldstream Guards, the Scots Guards, the Irish Guards, and the Welsh Guards. You should add to that bunch the Smash Sexy Voice Andrea's Children Guards. They should be, and they should have like a, you know, on the front, like a target with the faces of Sexy Voice Andrea's kids for when she shows up there. She's going to kill me. She is going to kill me. Let's see. Is there anything else on this? That's pretty much it. I'm just disappointed that they tried to say that they checked on the child. I wish they were honest. And they just said, the guard did a great job in hurting that child. And we encourage more of that behavior. And let it be known heretofore that any children or babies or elderly or infirmed that get in the way of the Queen's Guard, they will be pierced in the face with a bayonet heretofore going forward. Terry is suggesting bring back the catapult for the kids. Excellent. Megan, who is also highly sensitive today, is not taking kindly to any of this talk and is supporting Andrea in protesting all of these jokes. If you really wanted to have some fun, we should get busloads of kids there and have them, like, did you ever see Like, you remember that show Game of Thrones? That's a dumb question. Everybody remembers Game of Thrones. There's a one episode that's called The Battle of the Bastards. That's when Jon Snow and his ragtag group is being attacked by, I don't know, I think it was, what's the name of that guy? The fuck was his name? They used to put people on the big X. Ramsey Bolton. That's it. Thank you, Kyle. And we'll have the kids against the Queen's Guard. I mean, that would be absolutely, like, to the death. That's what we should do. And Andrea's kids can lead them. And then that's how we'll do it. Andrea, what do you say? She hates me right now. She's so pissed off. This isn't funny, Eric Zane. This isn't funny. All right. Where the hell am I? Anyway, I love that video. It's a great video. Hire me on Cameo for the new year. Cameo.com/Eric Zane. If you want me to roast somebody, you want me to pick a fight with somebody, I will do it. Been picking fights for 3+ years now, and I want to continue to do that. Cameo.com/Eric Zane. They go low, I go lower. Join me on Cameo for just $15. I think it's actually $15.99, but I only priced it at $15. No one better. I'll even do it live. Cameo.com/Eric Zane. The Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. 231-332-6505. 231-332-6505. Anywhere in the U.S., bang on Mario's door. Kyle Ryan, audience member, friend, Zaniac, in the Twitch stream. He's so frustrated because he does mortgages too. But everybody knows that I don't want you to go to Kyle Ryan. What are you, crazy? Go to Van Dyke Mortgage. I had a conversation with Kyle the other day. As much as I love Kyle, he's like, yeah, it frustrates me every time you talk about Mario. It's like, well, too bad. You snooze, you lose, fuckhead. Go bang on Stu's door. Go on his podcast. You know, I'm just kidding you. No, not really. I'm only kidding you about calling you a fuckhead. 231-332-6505 for the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. Longtime sponsor. Go ahead. This is what you do. Bang on his door and just pick his brain. Okay? I'm not saying that you're definitely just going to sign up to have him do a mortgage for you, but just talk to him and mention me. Loudmouth Eric Zane, 231-332-6505. While I'm at it, for all of you stoners, and I heard a conversation the other day, the Queen of the Forest, she said, I think I want to try an edible. I'm like, no, you're not. You're not doing that. Come on. But anyway, I'm probably going to call her back about that. Horizon Hydroponics, if you are an indoor grower, indoor growing season going on right now. Horizen, hydroponics.com. Check them out online no matter where you are in the U.S. You can order their products to help you with your indoor grow. Excuse me. And if you order it online, use the coupon code Zane Show at checkout. You'll save 10%. When you order online, if you're local, you can just pick it up at the store and save the shipping. If the order is $250 or more, it's shipped anywhere in the U.S. for free. You can also go to any one of the 4 brick-and-mortar stores, Alpine and Grand Rapids, the Growers Outlet, Lansing, and Kalamazoo. Uh-oh, we got a dog farting here. That's a rough one. HorizonHydroponics.com. All right.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Yeah. So who suggested to you, where did it come up and how did it come up about consuming an edible?
It never came up. I don't know. What do you mean? How did it come up?
I heard you mention that. Did someone put that in your brain?
No.
Oh.
I was just, no, not at all. I just know those are a thing. So
Yeah. No, you can't do that.
Okay.
I won't allow that. What are you doing? What is going on there?
Fun.
Huh?
It might be fun.
This bunch of Motley Crue dumbasses are going to agree with you on that. Okay, but no way. I would be very. I wouldn't like that at all. They can do that. No.
Why not?
Mike says let her try one and then calls me a nasty name. Nick says yes, you should. And then Aram says that you can eat one with free beer. I guess that's his thing now. I guess he's a pothead. Did you hear about that?
No.
Yeah, he eats edibles now all the time. He eats a bunch of edibles and then he drives his kids all over the place. He's got like 6 kids now. Did you know that?
I did.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. That's cool.
And now Kate is all like, she's offended because I said won't allow it. She's like all she's like, I don't know. She's thinking that I mean, because there are
like
things.
You boss me around?
Right. She's suggesting that whole toxic male thing, which there's all sorts of things you don't allow me to do, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so.
But you still do them.
Well, what are you talking about?
I don't allow you, or I don't like you to pick fights on Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, whatever else is out there, but you still do.
What are you doing there? Are you doing a construction project? What was that?
I dropped the hammer.
A hammer? What are you doing with a hammer?
Well, it was sitting on my dining room table for some reason. Not sure why. So I'm putting it back where it belongs.
Okay. This audience, I want you to know that I hate them a little bit today.
They're making you mad today?
Yeah. Andrea's said dumb things. Kate is off the rails dumb. And it's all women. Every one of them are women.
Why are they making you mad?
Because they're stupid. Between Amanda, Kate, I would say Megan, but she's a sponsor, so I won't say Megan. Andrea, they're all saying horrible, dumb things, and their behavior is terrible.
I'm thinking maybe I'm not hearing both sides of the story.
Okay. Well, there was a clip, I don't know if you saw it, of the Queen's Guard smashing into a kid and knocking the kid down. Did you see that one?
The what? The Queen?
The Queen's Guard. You know those guys in the red coats?
Yeah.
Did you see that video? Yeah, the kid got in the way, and he goes, get out of the way, and the kid didn't, so he knocked him down, or her down. I don't know if it was a boy or a girl. Yeah. And so Andrea's Andrea's making a big deal about that and says she's going to sue England or something like that.
Oh. I'm not so sure about how accurate that is.
All right. So, edible, no, I won't allow it. And then I
think I'm going to go out and get an edible for tonight.
No,
Since you said that.
No, you're not. You're not allowed to do that. You are not allowed to do that. I'm taking the keys. You're not allowed to travel.
Well, that's BS.
I'm establishing a set of rules and protocols going forward.
I'm not very intimidated by your threats here.
No one is. Everybody laughs in my face. Okay. So have you calmed down now about the fight that I got in on Twitter that I was right to get involved in?
No.
They're also pissed.
I'm still a little bit agitated about that.
They're also pissed off that I posted your text to me on Twitter.
Yeah, you shouldn't have done that.
But it was funny.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was funny. You saying fuckhead Steve is funny. That's humor.
Yeah, between you and me, not between me, not between you and me and the world.
You know, I mean, sometimes you do things that what?
Seriously, that attitude you're having right now is pissing me off.
What are you talking about? That attitude?
Your attitude of I can do what I want because
I didn't say that. You didn't let me finish.
How you're acting.
You didn't let me finish. What I was going to say was occasionally you got to empower yourself to take liberties.
Okay. Well, you don't do it occasionally. That's the problem.
Well, I don't
You
show
do it all
up.
the time.
You talking about like a screenshot or something like that?
No, picking fights.
Oh, so it's a two-headed problem. Picking fights and posting that text.
Yeah.
So now let me get this straight. You are very close friends with Steve and you don't think he's a fuckhead anymore.
No.
Well, then what's the problem?
I'm just a better person than that, and I don't stoop to their level, and I just mind my own business. I don't pick fights just to pick fights and amp it up. There's no reason to do that.
I'm making a T-shirt. And
Okay,
it's gonna
I gotta go now.
And it's going to say, wait.
You're pissing me off.
Well, this is the T-shirt that I'm going to sell. It's going to say, Eric Zane Show Podcast. Stop doing things. What are you doing? Eric Zane Show Podcast. You're just fucking around. You're just cracking things. Eric Zane Show Podcast. They go low, we go lower, or he goes lower. They go low, he goes lower.
Who said they were going to do that? You?
Yeah, I'm going to have a T-shirt made. It says Eric Zane Show Podcast. They go low, he goes lower.
Okay, that would be fitting.
Okay, and then there's all. Megan says, I want a Team Diana T-shirt. That's not a bad idea, too. I think we can sell that.
You want a who? What?
A Team Diana T-shirt.
T-U? What does that mean?
No.
T-U.
Team. T-E-A-M. Team Diana T-shirt.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, I like that one. That's a good one.
Kyle writes, stop what you're doing and listen.
Who, me?
Yes.
You referring to me? I'm trying to get my chores done.
All right. Okay, well, the year is ending, and Happy New Year.
Yeah, so your New Year's resolution is to quit picking fights.
No. I'm going to change that. A goal for the new year is to pick more fights.
Okay, well, I'm not going to take any part of that. So, and if you want to make me mad.
From now on, if you send me a text, you have to write, do not make this public.
Okay, well, goodbye. You're making me mad now.
Okay, I love you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Wait a minute. Okay, bye.
Huh? Okay, bye.
There you go. Nick says that'll never happen. Eric is addicted to the drama. Kent says, who is it? It says Kent on FTW. Is that Kent drop the E at a U? Or is there more than one listener named Kent? Kent is kind of a rare name. My neighbor named their kid Kent. Or is the name Kenton? Help me out here. I'm going to pick, quote, I'm going to pick more fights. More fights the listeners won't help with. Yeah, you guys never help me, man. You just let me. I always feel I don't feel alone when I'm doing the show with you. I feel alone when I'm on Twitter fighting with these whores. And you just sit there and watch it all unfold and don't say shit. Really disheartening. Brandon Brown, the NASCAR driver behind Let's Go Brandon. We talked about this earlier in the week. It might have been 2 days ago. He's complained that he cannot get sponsors because of the Let's Go Brandon chant. Quickly, he had just won some stupid race, Talladega. Reporter is standing next to him saying, tell me about the big race. And all these hillbillies are saying, fuck Joe Biden. Fuck Joe Biden. Dumb bitch reporter says, Brandon, your fans love you. They're chanting, let's go, Brandon. And then you hear it again. Fuck Joe Biden. Then that's all it took. Now, the hillbillies just say, let's go, Brandon. Okay? And that means fuck Joe Biden. The guy called Joe Biden on Christmas Eve to say, thank you, Mr. President. Let's go, Brandon. And Biden, let's go, Brandon. I agree. And Mrs. Biden's like, oh, God, here we go again. I mean, it's outside of that child being hurt by the Queen's Guard, this is one of my favorite things that's ever happened. And I'll just tell you right now that if the election were to go on today, I'm going to vote for Joe Biden. I am not one of these assholes who thinks who supports Biden and thinks that is not funny. That is spectacular. Now, the only reason why I take it back. The only reason why I would vote for Joe Biden is if Trump was running against Joe Biden. Okay? Because Joe Biden wouldn't really be the president. A president by committee behind the scenes would be the president. And I just can't deal with Trump's crazy shit anymore. So that's why I would not vote for Trump. However, there's still 3 years for a reasonable candidate, excuse me, who's not a fucking asshole on the Republican side of things to step forward. But I don't see that right now. I have no idea. And sure as shit, if it's Trump, there's no way in fuck I'm going to vote for that guy. No way, no how. Unless the only way I would vote for Trump, if he came out and said, hello, everybody. I'd just like to say that I was a fucking asshole about all of this stuff. And yes, I did try to overthrow the government. If he actually admitted all of the bullshit, admitted all the lies, and said, but I'm starting over. If he actually, then I would consider it. If he then decided to be honest with people. But that's not going to happen, so fuck that guy. So anyway, Let's Go Brandon is spectacular. I love that so much. Brandon Brown is like, I can't get any sponsors. I cannot get any sponsors. And I didn't want anything to do with this. And I actually felt bad for the guy. You know, it was because of that reporter who she should be put in jail because she's fucked up this guy's career. I said on this show 2 days ago that this guy needs to start leaning into this. He needs to establish the Let's Go Brandon car and basically tell Biden to go fuck himself. There is a large enough, because he's saying Coca-Cola won't sponsor me because I'm too controversial. Well, of course they won't sponsor you. Go down the road. Go lean into it, dumb fuck. It's being handed to you on a silver platter. 2 days later, this stupid shit has finally realized the earning potential of Let's Go Brandon. And he has signed on with a new cryptocurrency called Let's Go Brandon. Check this out. All dramatic. He's coming out of his truck. He's at the garage. He walks in. There's the car. All these hillbilly rednecks are wheeling out this car. It needs the one. They've got a bunch of sponsorships, but they need the one big one. Let's Go Brandon. cryptocurrency. Let's Go Brandon Coin is the new sponsor. Look at it says it right on the side. Now it says LGB Coin. Beggars can't be choosers. We'll take it. I would love it to be red, white, and blue with actually to say let's go Brandon, and then it was FJB Coin. So it said fuck Joe Biden coin.io. Look at he's checking out the car, saying, man, this is fantastic. Oh my God. There you go. Brandon built BMS Motorsports LGB. Yes. This is amazing. So it's incredible that 2 days later, it has come around where now he suddenly doesn't give a shit. Because as the story was unfolding, they were talking about how he's like, I don't want to get involved, and I don't want this, and I don't want that. But no, not so at all. A little bit more background on this. On the Let's Go Brandon car. And you know how this is, I mean, I'm just wondering if, because the announcers, when that thing's going around the track, the announcers are going to have to say driving the LGB car, which, there's also the lesbian, gay, it's missing the T at the end. There's just all sorts of fun nuance in the story. The fact that basically you're telling the president to go fuck himself as the car whips around the track. We live in an unbelievable world for storytelling right now because of this. This is great. Terry said he just needs the company that makes the garage door pull ropes to sponsor him. Yes. Who was the black NASCAR driver who did the Jussie Smollett thing and said that there was a noose? What was that idiot's name? Bubba Wallace? Which for the longest time, I thought he was a white guy. That stupid hoax. Oh, that was so stupid. And then NASCAR, they did that coming together moment where they wrapped their arms around Bubba Wallace. It was all bullshit. It's amazing to me that NASCAR was sensitive about this. I mean, NASCAR has really tried to get away from that image to their and it's failed. I mean, because a lot of people hate NASCAR now. For the longest time, Klansmen would have drivers' numbers on their robes. I don't know if you know that. It's a true story. But, and all of the fans, you couldn't actually sit down at Daytona to watch the race unless you arrived in a Klan hood. But they did away with that practice. And they thought, well, we've got to become more involved and be more well-rounded. So we want Bubba Wallace to drive. You can no longer wear the hoods. And we're going to fabricate the story about the noose and because of Bubba. And then that's going to bring more people to the game because we're going to wrap our arms around Bubba. And then, even though it was revealed later to be a hoax. But this is incredible. Brown announced the LGB coin would serve as the primary sponsor to his number 68 Chevy Camaro for the 2022 NASCAR Xfinity Series. By the way, I still don't understand cryptocurrency. I am too old. I never will understand it. I don't know what's going on there. Basically, what you have here is a bunch of people told the president to go fuck himself, and then a bunch of Klansmen and right-wing assholes, they made some money and said, because the president is being told to go fuck himself, we now have money. That's as far as I go on the understanding of this. People have tried to explain it to me, and it's like, stop. You don't understand. My hair is white. There's no world for me to be following along with. It's bad enough that I've had to educate myself on something not boomerish like Twitch. I hate that. Okay? I should be like sending emails and writing handwritten letters and using the Kerchunk thing to charge my credit card. And here I am having to do this fucking show on Twitch. All right? So fuck you with your cryptocurrency. I don't want anything to do with it. I'm just going to take dollars and cents. Me using Venmo and PayPal, that's insane. The announcement comes just over a week after Brown insisted he wanted nothing to do with politics after his name became central to the lamest, this is written by Rolling Stone, so they call it the lamest political insult since John Oliver's Trump. I think this political insult is fantastic. Okay? And I'm on Team Biden. So Rolling Stone's they're a bunch of liberal fuckheads. Let's Go Brandon is spectacular. It's about time that Brandon Brown lean into this. And he is he's not leaning into it enough, though. He needs to actually say, you know, I am a Republican, and I said earlier that I didn't want to be involved in politics, but fuck it. I do. I don't give a shit. I mean, just rip the Band-Aid off. Quit being a pussy about it. Just say what you mean. The meme coin, see, this is where I get in the weeds. I don't understand what this even means. The meme coin arrived in early November, and within a month, the usual shitheads like Candace Owens and Ryan Fournier, I've never heard of him, were shilling for it. They talk about it. Now, this can't really be worth anything, right? I mean, but it has to be. They have tons of money to pay for this sponsorship. Are you telling me that just by these alt-right pieces of shit saying it's worth something, it's now worth tons of money? What? A press release announcing the partnership with Brown claimed the Let's Go Brandon coin had achieved a market capitalization of more than $300 in less than 6 months. Well, how can that be? It hasn't been 6 months since the Let's Go Brandon was created, right? Excuse me. It added that the purpose of the coin is to, quote, inspire positivity and unity, grounded in a strong belief of the American dream. Come on now. It's a way to, it should say, the Let's Go Brandon coin is a way to dupe stupid alt-right assholes into investing in it just because we're saying Let's Go Brandon. That's what this is. You know, again, don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. Brown, initially seemed put off by being thrust into the middle of this political grandstanding. And then, in my opinion, good fortune hit when those hillbillies changed his world by chanting, Let's Go Brandon. But he's stupid. It took Brandon Brown fucking forever to figure out that he can get involved in this and make a ton of cheddar. He is now the reason why NASCAR will survive. Because of Brandon Brown, okay? NASCAR is happy because they quietly want all of the white sheets back in the stands, and they're going to get it. as always, money, even meme money, makes the world and the wheels go round. Amen to that. I'm just going to get out in front of this. If LGB Coin calls your old pal Eric Zane and says, we're going to give you $1 million to tell Joe Biden to go fuck himself, I am going to do that. I am for hire. That will happen. Okay? And I'll announce it while I'm in England, and I'm going to grab some child and throw it in front of the Queen's Guard. And the child will have a shirt that says lgbcoin.io, Eric Zane Show, they go low, Team Diana, Eric goes lower. How does that sound? This is great. Man. All right. Great story out of Oklahoma. This is actually a good story that I somehow have to ruin. An 11-year-old boy, a sixth grader in Oklahoma, here he is getting like the key to the city, commendation, shaking of hands because of what this 11-year-old did. Okay? He's in the classroom, and one of his classmates suddenly choking. Davon Johnson recognizes the trouble and in an instant assumes the position of the Heimlich maneuver and does it like expertly. And by the way, you can fuck that up. If you go too high, you're going to hit what's known as the xiphoid process. No. Is that called the xiphoid process? No, the xiphoid process is in the neck. No, I got it right. The xiphoid process is exactly where I thought. It's at the bottom of your sternum where the rib cage meets, and it's almost like a tab. And if you go too high, you're going to bust it. You got to go real low and, do the thing. And the kid had of all things, a bottle cap stuck in his throat, his or her throat. Was it a boy or a girl? It doesn't matter. Classmate. Does it, and the bottle cap goes flying out. And everyone's like, oh my God, Davon just saved so-and-so's life. And they're like, Davon, oh my God, this is incredible. So, big moment. Everybody's proud of Davon. The kid was not injured in any way, shape, or form because of him. Now, that could have ended terribly. Excuse me. The day is not done, though. Davon is walking home. And as he's walking home, he notices smoke. And he happens upon this little old neighborhood lady, and she's clueless. She's on the front porch sipping lemonade, and she has no idea, but, whatever. She left the iron on or something like that, and now in the back of the house, she probably went to hang up the iron or put it away, and she put it on the dog, okay? And so now the dog is burning in the back of the house and has started a fire, and he can see the flames and the smoke. And so he goes walking up to the old lady and says, we got to get you out of here. She's like, fuck you, I'm not leaving. And he's like, no, seriously, your house is on fire. And she's like, nah, fuck it, I'm not doing that. So he has to, she's crazy. She's old and crazy. But she's disabled. She goes, I can't walk, I can't move. I'm not doing anything, and you're full of shit. And I'm a white woman, and you're a young 11-year-old black kid. I'm not trusting you. That's what she probably said. No truth to that. But Davon says she was on her porch, but I thought being a good citizen, I would help get her out of there and get her out of harm's way. And so he manages to like help her. She can't walk. Help her off the fucking thing. And sure enough, like a minute later, the whole house is involved in the fire. House burns to the ground. There's Davon outside, fire department. Cops show up. They draw their guns on Davon and they shoot him. I'm kidding about that part. The cops did not shoot Davon. That would not surprise any of us if they did, but they did not. The cops said, okay, a black kid, little old lady, fire burning. Clearly this black kid firebombed the house, and now he's going to rape this woman. Let's shoot him. But no, they didn't. Thank God that didn't happen. As it turns out, they realize we have a hero on our hands, and Davon's well, guess what, motherfucker? I did this at school, too. So he got double hero for one day. Let's take a look at this. Okay, here you go. This is Davon getting his award from this dude. And look at him. Davon, sweet young man. Probably should work on the diet a little bit. I think, maybe a little too much snacks. I think Davon, if he's working on saving people, someone needs to have a food intervention as Davon gets these great awards from all these wonderful, wonderful people who now love him. How about that? 2-time hero in one day. Davon's mother, LaToya, said she was not surprised of her son's actions and that her brother is an EMT and that Davon wants to do that as well. She says, I'm just a proud mom, she told the news, and she should be. That is awesome. I've never had to give anybody the Heimlich, but I've heard it's absolutely spectacular. My dad almost died. I've told this story before when Tom the racist had to do the Heimlich maneuver on my father. And he was choking to death, and racist Tom the racist came up behind him and goes, here, you dumbass. A huge piece of meat comes flying out of him. My God. So, good on him. Good on Davon for doing that. 2-time hero in one day. You know how much tail that kid's going to get? Holy shit. Congrats to Davon. All right. You may remember me talking about the dog Rusty the dog. And I think I want to show you this video of Rusty the dog, but I don't know if I'll be able to right now. I might have to post it first. There's a great video of Rusty the dog that I'm going to share on social media and on the website and with you all. And man, this is a goal. My goal is this year to get into as many fights with Free Brand Hot Wing Show scumbag audience members who are trying to cancel me, and get a home for this dog. Queen of the Forest called again. What is going on here? Queen of the Forest brought to you by Baldwin Ace Hardware. She called me. What could she possibly want?
Hello.
I missed your call. What can I help you with?
Are you still talking?
You mean doing the podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I got a text earlier. And it says, United States Post Office, USPS lottery winner. We are happy to announce that you came in first in our giveaway. Don't wait. Don't wait up. Claim your prize now. So we could be millionaires or something.
You should ask Kevin what he thinks about that. Yeah, I think that's, and you know that's a scam, of course. But there are so many that think that that's actually legit.
I know, and I've been getting them a lot lately for some reason. I don't know why.
It's so sad. It's really, really sad. And it's the elderly people. The elderly people fall victim to that.
Exactly.
Really is heartbreaking. Really is heartbreaking. Okay, thank you for sharing.
Okay.
Is that it? Is that all? You just wanted to provide that? Is that it?
Yeah. And then like this one, your Netflix account will be locked because your payment was declined.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one, too.
So you can call and give them your social security number.
I almost fell for the one that said, your purchase has been made for this piece of technology equipment or antivirus software, $350. And then you're like, it says, call if you think this charge is wrong. I almost fell for that one time.
Oh, yeah. And then I got this one I got an actual personal text from Dr. Oz. Do you know who Dr. Oz is?
Yeah.
So he goes, "Hi there, this is Dr. Oz. You have been selected to receive CBD worth $200. A friend of yours referred you to my support a friend system.
Yeah.
My personal video for you and claim your gift."
Yeah. It's just a bunch of Nigerian scam artists sitting at computers.
Yeah. Okay.
What is your New Year's resolution? Are you a person who does that sort of thing?
Not really. No, but I do want to get healthier and lose weight before Jackie's wedding, so I'm gonna kind of work on that.
So there's a physical element to that, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Do you remember last year we'd go on walks and then we started running and stuff?
Yeah.
Well, we should do that.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, let's do it.
I want to start out walking first. I like walking better than running.
You like walking better than running? Well, yeah, I know. Who doesn't? I mean, it's easier. If running were easy, it'd be called walking. That's why Kate only walks. It's easy for her.
And she does great.
Yeah, I know, but she should be running. Let's be honest here.
No, not everybody likes to run. People could exactly. And as a matter of fact, there are some health people that claim that actually walking is better for you because it's not as hard on the body.
Yeah, well, that's bullshit.
Stick it.
That's bullshit. You need to.
There you go. Picking a fight again with more sweet.
No, that's not picking a fight. She needs to up her game. It's about time somebody told her.
Okay, I'm hanging up now. You're a dick. Take it back.
I'm kidding. Keep walking.
Okay, bye. Gotta go. We're taking down the Christmas tree decorations.
Okay. See ya.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Kate says she walks more miles a week than you run. You know, I do this because I love you. You realize that, don't you? Eric, I walk more miles in a week than you run. You sick fuck. All right. Let me help your business. Send me an email, eric@ericzaneshow.com, and I will tell you how that happens, how that works, okay? It doesn't take any of your time to just say, Zane, I have a business. Tell me the reach of your show. Who's listening? Where are they listening? How often do they listen? How long do they listen for? Things like that. I'm able to do this podcast for the past nearly 3 years to the day because my sponsors get results. Join that. Eric@ericzaneshow.com. Like Frank Fuss. Something as specialized, and, you know, people are finicky when it comes to their insurance. Something as specialized as that. I've been able to get a ton of results for Frank Fuss. And I've been doing it just by telling you what he does. The best part of Frank as a licensed independent insurance agent / broker is that it's free. I said to him when we started, I go, now I can never guarantee that you're going to have great results with the Eric Zane Show podcast. I'm always very confident, but I can't guarantee it. But this one sounds like a no-brainer to me. Why? I go, well, because you provide something that a lot of people can take advantage of, and it's fucking free. That's why. 616-914-4070. That's what you as a consumer are most worried about. Can I get something that I must have that is as good or better for less money? That's all you care about. I have someone who can provide all of that for you, and it's free. Frank, you're going to get an insurance checkup this year. All you need to do is reach out to Frank. Call or text 616-914-4070 and say, Zane sent me. Where do we begin? That's it. He'll lead you to the promised land. He's going to send you, okay, thank you for reaching out. Click this link. It's my scheduling link. You click on it. It's going to say, welcome to Frank's scheduling page. When do you want to meet? You pick the time. You pick place, phone, Zoom. Could be your house. Could be a coffee shop. Could be at his place, his business, whatever. If you're out of the listening area, you're obviously going to do it by phone or Zoom or whatever. And then you're going to have a conversation, 10 minutes. And then he's going to go, all right, like a friggin' bloodhound dog, he's on the trail. Shopping for you. 616-914-4070. Yeah, okay, shave a few $100s off of the expenses in your household every month. Now, I'm just giving you a hypothetical number. Could be $50, could be $300, could be nothing. Could be you're getting a great deal. He can't help you. Just get the checkup. 616-914-4070. Bennett Flooring Installation, longtime sponsor. Have the flooring installed with Bennett Flooring Installation. You rip the old stuff out. You buy the new flooring. Leave it there in the space that's going to get the new flooring installed in. They install it. It's cheaper than having somebody take care of all that other stuff. Do what you can yourself, and then they install it. It is the least expensive, yet most professional way to do it. So you can get the best look for the least amount of money, period. Go ahead and get estimates from other people. Bennett Flooring Installation will beat it. If you are in West Michigan and the surrounding areas, reach out to them, 616-318-0167. They'll measure the room for you. They'll say, thanks for your time. They'll go home. They'll write up the estimate, send it to you via email, and then you decide. Now, the flooring that I want you to install needs to be purchased from a business known as Johnson Carpet One Floor and Homes Discount Outlet. Two businesses under this umbrella. The first one is Johnson Carpet One Floor and Home. That's the main store with nice music playing in the background and really attractive people helping you as you walk in. You take 2 steps in the door and they say, oh, hey, how can I help you with your flooring needs? You can say, well, I want to do a couple of rooms. And I'll say, oh, well, let's take a look at the computer and let's see what, okay, well, this is how this one would look in this room. And then this one, oh, you want to see other options? Okay, yeah. So they're like helping you and maybe get you a cup of coffee and maybe a snack, bottle of water, stuff like that. And then you're like, oh, yeah, that's great. I think I'll take that. Okay, we're going to put, that's on order. I just ordered it. It'll be here in 3 weeks. Okay, thank you for shopping at Johnson Carpet One Floor and Home. That's how that goes. A couple blocks down the road is a discount outlet behind Little Caesars Pizza. It's a big warehouse. You open up that door, and they go, what? And you go, hey, what's going on? Yeah, the stuff's in there. You walk in there, there's piles of carpet. There's Kent on a forklift saying, fucking Darwin, fucking shit, fuck. There's shit everywhere, piles of flooring stacked up to the ceiling. I'm exaggerating. There's no swear words. No one's saying, what? It's basically, hey, welcome to the discount outlet. How are you? I'm fine. In there is a selection. And you basically just walk through and go, oh, my God, I cannot believe that this is this cheap. Well, that's a discount outlet. That's what they do. Because at the main store, they've been buying massive 52-foot trailers that are driven to the discount outlet. I just had a stroke there. And then Kent has to unload them all and stack it up. They buy it so damn cheap that they price it dirt cheap. You won't believe it. Okay. When you're going out with the missus, stop by and just say hi to Kent. He's a reason to say hello. Okay? And I think there's an Armenian that works there too. So walk in. Hey, what's going on? Where's Kent? Oh, he's the one screaming and yelling on the forklift. Go say hi to Kent, and then you'll see what I mean. You got to see this place. It's entertaining just to see it. And then now you know it's there. Right behind Little Caesars, Chicago Drive in Granville. I'm not kidding you, man. The cheapest anywhere. Nick says it's a 53-foot trailer. Aram. Zane talks big, but doesn't walk faster than 1 mile per hour. Don't worry about him running. Shut up. Sarah Rookruck Roosh says, I'll have to get with Diana again. Megan set up a walking schedule. No, you're not walking with her. I'm walking with her. Diana and I are walking. We don't want, well, she does. I don't want you around. Stay away. All right, maybe you can squeeze in here and there. I can't keep that from you. Patriot Nick says Eric burns more calories than anyone just talking. That's true. I love talking. I love fighting. That's why I do what I do. You know, it really burns my ass though when it comes to fighting with the audience members. Not audience. Well, some of them are audience members. Some of them are hate listeners. Some of these Free Renault Wings acolytes listen just to hate. That's fine. I don't give a shit. As long as you listen. It pisses me off when their line is, aha, you got fired. It's like, yeah, I got fired 6 fucking years ago from that shit show. And thank God I did. Thank God I did. And then the idea of you can't even make it on a sports talk radio. Yeah, who gives a fuck? Yeah, sometimes people don't listen. I've been doing this for longer than I've been doing that. And I would seem like, I'm like, fucking A, man. I want to say, would you come on over and look at my bank account? I've been able to live for 3 years doing this. I want to fucking kill them. I actually go to bed at night thinking about a fantasy world where I can hunt down internet trolls and actually strangle them while they sleep. You know? Holy fuck. We had an insult earlier about Jay from the Just Chirpin podcast. That has had a long-lasting effect. The fact that Jay from the hockey podcast joined Stephen Hyde and myself and Grand Rapids Griffins, sometimes Red Wings coach Ben Simon. And Jay started off the show with, I love hockey. I don't know anything about it. And I don't know who you are. I just Googled you. And by the way, I'm a big fan. That's how he started the Hockey Heaven podcast. If you haven't yet heard that yet, you must hear it. It is so fucked up. Oh my God. Oh. Roman Sierra 87 says Jay couldn't make it on a sports talk station either. I couldn't believe it. I gave him the handoff and the hole was wide open. All he had to do was say, Coach, what's it like coaching the Red Wings? And he starts with, I love hockey. I don't know anything about it. I don't know who you are. I had to Google you, and I'm a big fan. And that is the worst thing I've ever heard said on a microphone. And no matter what happens with Jay could go on to become the most skilled interviewer there is and be interviewing Wayne Gretzky and know everything about hockey. And I would never let him live that down because of that big steaming pile of shit that flew out of his mouth there. Incredible. God, that was fantastic. I'm so happy that happened. All right, one more thing to share with you. And I titled this one, Don't Weigh Me, Bro. There is a woman who is massive, who is suggesting that when you go to the doctor for your annual physical, the doctor should not be allowed to weigh you. The idea is that if a doctor weighs you, it will hurt your feelings when he's trying to determine how healthy or unhealthy that you are. This is a perfect example Perfect epitome of how soft Americans now are. Check this out.
It's common in doctors' offices across the country. You walk in and suddenly you're on a scale.
It's the first thing. The minute you walk into the doctor's office, that's the first thing they're taking from me. And, that's not for me as someone in recovery from an eating disorder, that's actually the worst place to start.
I'm guessing she's still in recovery, like way in recovery.
But Ginny Jones is hoping to change that experience for people worldwide.
We can have different conversations about weight, and we can start to talk about it in a way that is compassionate and that doesn't blame people for their own bodies.
In 2019, Jones launched a Don't Weigh Me cards on her website, morelove.org. She says the cards are a way for people to politely tell medical professionals that they don't want to be weighed unless it's medically necessary.
Because people are too soft to just say, hey, don't weigh me, bro. I mean, seriously, come on. There's got to be a caveat there. You can probably buy a bunch of don't weigh me unless it's really medically necessary T-shirts and other stupid shit on our website.
The cards don't say, you can't ever weigh me. They just say, hey, can we talk about this? Can we find out, do you need my weight this time? And
No, you idiot. Because the first thing, when you go to a doctor, when they weigh you, if you've suddenly packed on 60, you fat fuck, the doc is going to say, hey, what's going on? You realize your triglycerides are through the roof. Your cholesterol is incredibly high. You look like shit. It's about time that you start walking. What the fuck is wrong with you? This is what doctors have to say. This is what they should say to people. This is what I'm going to hear when I go to the doctor in a month and a half for my annual physical. I'm going to get on the scale. He's going to see my pile of blubber, and he's going to say, Eric, I thought we had a conversation about you being fat as fuck. Okay, that's motivating. That's what doctors are supposed to do, you asshole.
Can you tell me why?
Jones says doctors' offices have even started ordering the cards for their waiting rooms.
Yeah, I don't want a doctor to be splitting hairs with this. I want the doctor to be as blunt as possible. And anybody that doesn't is living a lie.
She hopes they'll remind patients and doctors alike to practice informed consent.
Asking a patient if you can weigh them, really giving them an indication. What is the reason for needing to weigh them?
To see how fat they are.
Is it indicated for this particular visit? And then also giving the patient the option of actually saying yes or no to that request.
I don't think they understand. If you weigh 250 6 months ago and now you weigh 350, that's a cause for alarm. What's wrong with that?
Studies show weight stigma is everywhere, even at the doctor's.
Weight stigma. That's as bad as people saying big pharma or big tech. Who was it that hilariously wrote big podcast yesterday?
Office. Those biases can impact patients' health, and people with higher BMIs sometimes delay medical care because they're worried about the way they'll be treated.
Healthcare providers.
All right, let me spell this out to you. And I always was kind of, I've always just said what's on my mind. There are no fat old people. They die young. If you're fat, you shouldn't be. And if you are fat, you should make every effort to not be fat. The one thing you shouldn't do is print off cards telling the doctor, don't weigh me.
We are socialized in the same environments as everyone else is. So we absorb all of the same stigmas around obesity as other people do. The patient may...
That's the problem with 2021, 2022. There's just too many words. Why can't we just say, hey, fat fuck, lose some weight? Okay? You're too fat.
Come in with a particular complaint. And for patients with obesity, what we found in studies is that physicians are more likely to ascribe that to, them not taking care of themselves, them not eating well, as opposed to...
Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true. If you're a fat ass, you're not doing the right things.
Looking for other causes of a given complaint. And so...
even though Kate only walks, she's done a great job of only walking.
We've seen misdiagnoses.
Dr. Uche Blackstock, CEO of Advancing Health Equity.
I can't even get behind that joke, Kate. You're awesome. I love you. You're actually very inspirational.
says sometimes it is necessary to weigh a patient at annual physical exams or when certain medicines are being prescribed. But she says weight is not always a direct indicator of someone's health.
If I'm a doctor and someone says, hey, I don't want to be weighed, I'll say, oh, well, I don't want to see you. Get the fuck out of here. There you go.
It can be one of many different indicators, but it doesn't tell the full story.
What I'm hoping.
Yeah, Yuchi, you're not a doctor. Shut up. Neither is this orca here.
For in the long run is that we gain some compassion as a society.
I gain compassion for the hinges on your fucking pantry.
For people who are in all sizes of body. And we stop treating people who are in larger bodies or who've gained weight as if they have some kind of personal failure.
No, you do, and you have.
And these cards are to protect those people. Those people who are walking around feeling like they've done something wrong.
You mean you've done something right when you weigh 400 pounds? Oh.
Jones says
we've been getting it all wrong. We're supposed to gain weight.
The cards will be used to spark discussions between patients and the people caring for them as
if there's anybody who's overweight. Anyone in the audience who's overweight, myself included, who's thinking, oh, thank God. I figured I was hoping that I was doing the right thing when I couldn't see my dick anymore. My triglycerides were through the roof and my cholesterol was high. And I have 3 chins now. I'm talking about me. But thank God this lady told me that this is the way to go.
The doctor's office.
That this is about opening a private discussion between you and your healthcare provider. This is not me saying doctors should never weigh patients. And I'm not saying there's no reason.
This is why you will never get an attractive man to have sex with you.
Ever to be weighed. What I'm saying is we can start to have these difficult conversations. And I just want to empower people to do that.
Fuck you, idiot. This is terrible. My God. Shoo. I gotta make another phone call. I just had a notion. Okay. Andrea. See if we can troll her ass.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Probably working. She was so pissed off about encouraging children to get hurt by the Royal Guard. That was one of my favorite trolls that I've had in a long, long time. Patriot Nick says, I'm overweight. I admit it. I need to lose weight. Now, excuse me while I go get in a couple sausage, egg, and cheese sandwiches. Yeah, it's all about choices. It's all about choices. You either are or you are not. I have not. I used to. I currently haven't yet gotten that right. I have not been able to do that. And I know fully there is only one person to blame for that, and that is my own fat fucking ass. Okay? I am to blame, not my doctor for hurting my fucking feelings because he weighed me. Shut up. Oh my God. Dean says empower. That's an overused word. Yeah, that's that. It's in the culture right now. People like, how about we need to have a conversation? No, we don't, because I can see. I don't need to speak because I can see with my eyes you're morbidly obese and gonna die. Okay? That's the conversation I just had with me that said, you're fat and an excuse maker. Don't print off your stupid fucking cards. Go out there, walk around the block a few times, and don't eat as much. Done. Moron. Holy shit. All right. We've got t-shirts, and you need one for the new year. EricZaneShow.com. Get yourself a t-shirt. And maybe one day I'll have new t-shirts, like one that says, they go low, he goes lower. Team Diana. Those are good suggestions. Still married. That's a good one. Still married. All right. Kate suggests it is very difficult to get to that mindset that I just said. Absolutely. But you have. Don't let your guard down because it can slip. I had that mindset for a period of time. Not quite there. Not quite there. But I have no one to blame but me. And that's always ultimately the problem. It's not society. It's a person. Can we get a shirt of that guard giving a kid a shoryuken, which I think is a Street Fighter reference? That makes me laugh. Oh, my God. That was so fantastic. Melissa says, so true. I'm my own worst enemy and lazy as fuck. You're halfway there. You know it. It's just a matter of doing it. Baby steps. It's putting your mind to it. All right. Asshole of the day is next. You can nominate anyone for the asshole of the day. TC Paintball reminds you that if there's something fun, or if you want something fun to do for the family, for the workplace, team building, neighborhood kids getting together with the dads and moms, TC Paintball. My God, is this fun. Yeah, you just walk in there wearing some garbage clothes, kind of like something I wear every day. Throw some money at those guys. They give you a gun, they give you a paint, they give you a mask, and they host you for 3 hours of fun or however much time you want to play. TC Paintball, online at tcpaintballgr.com. An absolute bargain when it comes to fun. I'll tell you this right now. When it comes to the amount of enjoyment you have for however long you book your party for, you're going to have much more fun doing that than sitting around at a movie theater, not even talking with each other. You're going to have a great paintball war, and then you're going to march back to the staging area and just talk about the fun you had. tcpaintballgr.com. Awaiting an announcement of Paintball War 17 before you know it. Don't forget to get your furnace tuned up. A&E Heating and Cooling is who you need to call. 616-516-8579. That's 616-516-8579. If you get a new installation, they will install the Cadillac of furnaces, the Comfort Maker brand. But you're still paying less than every other company that's out there. And do go get an estimate or two. And don't tell Joe that, okay? Trick him. And then have him be the last estimate. He's going to beat it, but if he doesn't, say, Eric Zane said you'd beat this one. He's going to go, ay, 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 and then he will beat it. Okay. Plus, you need that furnace tuned up every year. 616-516-8579. It needs to be running in tip-top shape. And he can tell you exactly, well, pretty much exactly, how much life you have on this thing. It's rumored that mine, he's like, you got a few more seasons, Eric Zane. I still have it running in tip-top shape. But it's old, no question. That's what they do at A&E Heating and Cooling. And last but not least, I have a vehicle Monday that will be taken to Irvine's, E-R Vines. Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. Simple. Whenever we get in the weeds, we need an oil change. In this case, the heater's not working. So, you know, simple. Call, make an appointment, drop the car off. If need be, you get a loaner car. Ask about that. Sometimes that might require some specific scheduling needs because they only have so many cars. But in our family, what we do is we just drop the damn thing off. And then they send me a text. Here's what's wrong with it. Approve the work. Approve. Pay over the phone. Pick it up after hours if you want. Hey, I can't be there till 7 o'clock. Don't worry. Your key's in a lockbox. Here's the code. That's how it works. The place to take your vehicles. They're so good, okay, that all the dealerships, they only have so much knowledge. Oh, boy, this hybrid's, we don't know what's wrong with it. Take it to Irvine's. E-R-V-I-N-E-S. Irvines.com. Nominations for Asshole of the Day. Now, some of you, ladies especially, you let Diana convince you. And because that's all a gender thing. That's what you did. You were powerless to her charms. All she had to do was say something wrong that I was doing. And because you all have vaginas, you all jumped on board with her for me defending myself to that crazy bitch. So that's the only reason why you were saying the stupid things that you were saying. It was the female mob mentality. That's what it was, okay? I did nothing wrong by going after that crazy bitch. Okay? So who is your asshole of the day? It can't be me. I've already decided. All women are assholes of the day because they did nothing but troll me on the show today. Andrea was upset that the Queen's Guard hurt that child. We all know how great that was. I've had nothing but grief from Megan, Diana, Sarah, Amanda, Andrea. All women are assholes of the day. You can't blame me. It's all your fault. You did it. Happy New Year. I cannot believe that you have such a bone to pick with your old pal Eric Zane here on New Year's Eve. I want nothing but great things to happen to everybody on New Year's Eve. Happy New Year to you. All that stuff. And here you are trying to cancel me. I cannot believe this. And Kate, too. Yes. Absolutely terrible. Aram says, I feel so bad for Eric. Yeah, because I have to deal with all these angry women all the time. That's the problem. Okay. You guys are the best. Happy New Year. Thank you so much for another year of podcasting. Well, not exactly. January 6th is another year of podcasting. I'll talk to you on the Patreon. Be safe. Watch out for the drunk fucks. Be careful. Law enforcement is on the lookout in West Michigan for radio guys who get shit-faced and drive around. They got an APB. They said be on the lookout for a fat fuck who drinks all the time, blames all his problems on everybody, and is an asshole to all his girlfriends. He's going to be driving around smashing into everybody. Look out! So hopefully he'll get arrested. And then on Monday, we'll be talking about another great mugshot on the Eric Zane Show podcast. How does that sound? What? Okay, Happy New Year.
Becoming a magician takes thousands of hours. Right, Ashley?
Oh, I'm not a magician. I'm a design specialist at the Container Store.
But you transform closets and pantries.
Well, I turn your most frustrating spaces into ones you love.
With a magic wand?
With Alpha, our customizable, adjustable, and affordable shelving and drawer system.
The amazing Ashley! Making daily frustration disappear.
Just doing my job.
Transform your space with Alpha and save 20% on purchases over $500. Get started with your free design at the Container Store today.